Memories! Memories. It's all about memories. When you can purchase a piece of accessory or jewelry or whatever for nostalgic purposes or because they spark a memory, nothing is better than that. It's not the monetary value, it's not the resale, it's none of that. It's all about nostalgia and a memory and maybe a cool point or something that you couldn't achieve at that time, but you could achieve now. Let's roll my motherfucking music because I just bought a piece that isn't crazy valuable, but it brings back a lot of great memories, and I feel I'm gonna bring the hype back.
I'm kind of a big deal.
Blessed morning, my beautiful peoples. You know who it is. It's your boy, C to the U to the B to the A. Now, a little bit of backstory. As most of you know, I'm from New York City, from an area in New York City called Washington Heights. Washington Heights in the late 70s through 90s, and even 2000s, was a pretty hot area and still kind of is for drug activity, violence, but a lot of beauties. You got culture, you got amazing food, you got community, you have all those aspects, right? But what I grew up around is a lot of hustlers and street guys, right? Not saying I was one at all, but I'm just indicating that's what I was around a lot. I mean, from the wee age of nothing. That's all I knew, that's all I was around, and essentially all I idolized, because all these guys were really rocking the flyest shit, the best clothes, the latest cars, the newest electronics. I remember as a kid seeing like the first Bose surround sound system and thought, this is the craziest sonic sound I've ever heard in my life. This was insane. In a one-bedroom apartment where other doors had bolts on them. Just saying. So in being raised by an OG, my OG was one of them fly boys. Definitely decked out from head to toe. Sneakers was never dirty. Everything was fully pressed and dry clean. The jewelry was always shining and always had something a little different, a little extra with a twist. And this piece was one that always caught my attention because this was in the later 90s, early 2000s, I believe, that I saw this watch and I'm like, yo, that shit is casually fresh. Like, I never seen anything like that before. And other rappers were talking about it also. There was reggaeton artists talking about it. There was rappers putting the name of this brand in their songs. And I saw it, and with the craze lately with the Cassie Oaks and the modified Seikos and all these lower tier brands that have amazing history and are basically amazing functioning watches, that's why they've been around as long as they have been, I feel like this has a little bit of an extra flair. Not as amazing as those brands, but holds a special place to my heart with some flash. And what I'm speaking about here is a Technomarine. With the diamond bezel, my guy. Throwback to the throwback to the throwback. Got that little techno with the Japanese movement and chronos with some bling. This shit was the Block Boy special. There's even rumored that still in Puerto Rico, like some of the reggaeton artists still hold these as like their holy grail. Like this was that piece. This was the move. Like when I first saw this shit, I mean, I think the watch back then was like almost $2 grand or something wild like that because of the diamonds. It just stood out to me like, this is such a chill t-shirt, jean watch with diamonds. Like, that doesn't make sense. Why would you do that? It was the flashiest shit ever. Like, you wasn't telling me shit about a Rolex back then because this shit just resonated more with the youth. This was fucking cool. It was a clear band. It had diamonds on it. The name, you heard it in rap songs. This has this little bit of a MOP dial, a little bit of mother of a pearl fleck. I thought this was the dopest shit since sliced bread. Now, that fad came and kind of went. And I didn't think one or two thoughts ever about Technomarine, but the name always rung a bell. The image of the fresh white tee, the clean kicks, the big chunky chain, the crispy haircut, the wads of cash wrapped in rubber bands. This is what this brought to me. This was those images that I was like, damn, I want to be like these dudes. So in shopping around online, when I saw this joint, I was like, I gotta pick this shit up. There are some of these still for sale with the diamonds. They're not super cheap. You could definitely find them under $1,000. This one was definitely under $1,000, but I was kind of skeptical. Like, these bands turn color, so the clear goes from clear to yellowish. The dials start getting a little dusty, and then it just looks, yeah. But with this joint, at least it has the quick release levers where you can interchange the bands if you can find them. And it has like this protective coating. This is actually like refurbished or redone, but it's done very, very well. And it just brings this nostalgic piece that's fucking stellar. Like, I think if you can bring back Casiokes and those custom Seiko mods, little Technomarine with diamond action as a chill piece, I think this shit can make a statement. It's a 40mm. And the diamonds are real, trust me. Once I opened that shit up, Pessimistic Cuba said, gotta pull out the Presidium at least. Damn, stones are so small. Hold on. Look at the creases on my nose, heavy ass glasses. There you go, sorry. There we go. Now, is the watch itself mechanically a piece of shit? No, not necessarily. I believe in 2015, Invicta, the brand, bought these watches and kind of just cheapened it out a bit. I think the watches are now made in China with Japanese movements, but prior to 2015, I believe it was just higher end Japanese Miyota movements in the watch. So they were known for being very reliable, comfortable, and sexy. Now there's nothing else to do but hit you with wrist profile. Come on, God, these shits is kind of fly, y'all, on some chill t-shirt joint. You just want to pull a little something out with a little touch of flex? Come on, man, a little cheap watch that just brings back nostalgic memories is mad comfortable. Like, the crowns aren't killing me. You know what I'm saying? It's a 40mm, which is pretty much my cap. Man, throwback. I know a lot of y'all is feeling nostalgic too. Let me know in the comments below your memories of hearing about Technomarine. And I'll see y'all bitches next time. You know who it is. Biggest in the game. Smooches.
What's fresh? Who's best? Wanna know who's gonna pass the test? For the fly gun holder, money folder, motor roller, star tack when it's time to call back. For the rough, rugged, and raw way, this nigga Jay, it's a game, but he don't play. Hey, for all the chicks that got dead in the penthouse suite on top of my mom's crib. It's nonsense you never get in. It's nonsense that you would think that you would.